Testing, testing. Okay, everything should be working. Anyways, good evening everyone, and welcome to back to our usual evening streams where we're just gonna be continuing Ninja Gaiden to Black. Let me just add my Discord and all that. So, I don't think I'm gonna stream for too long, all things considered today. But a part of me did want to keep playing this game, all things considered. So yeah, just gonna do that tonight for a bit. Nothing crazy long, and by the way, I probably won't be streaming again until the weekend at the earliest after tonight, but like I said, this game isn't too long, and I've sort of been in the mood to play it. I also wrapped up my Street Fighter 6 session, so yeah. Hope everyone's Tuesday's been well. Anyways, let's see what's in store for us here. Let us see. So yeah. And like I said, I wish I did start on the at least hard in this game. But there we go. Ouch. Okay, maybe playing on normal is fine, honestly, because sometimes I've had moments where I've been close to death, but yeah. It's still on the slightly easier side though, in comparison to what I experienced recently with Ninja Gaiden Sigma and Ninja Gaiden 3 Raider's Edge, which granted, Raider's Edge is sort of the black sheep, just because I don't mind the fact that the game itself was hard. What I do mind is the fact that the game was hard because nice. Okay, so that's the way to go, so let's go over here. Yeah, I'll see how much I end up playing tonight with this game. I shouldn't be playing for too long though. Ooh yeah, I have it. I was about to buy one for myself, but this works too. Yeah, also considering Ninja Gaiden 2 Black has been a fun game despite it not being as difficult. There we go. Anything over here? Ooh, a treasure chest. Yay. Health. Will never complain about getting health whenever I can. But yeah. Anyways, what's going on Street Fighter 6? Had sort of a rough time at the start, but overall managed to get myself back to 1900 after losing it last night, but it's sort of just how it goes at the moment with the game, with okay. Okay. Yes. This game is still pretty satisfying to play, all things considered. Hey, yo, Pac, welcome to the stream. Just making some progress in Ninja Gaiden 2 at the moment. Not gonna be streaming for too long tonight, but just wanted to at least play because I felt an itch to play this tonight. How's it going, Opak? Hope your Tuesday's going well. Assume you're working your way through That was odd. But anyways, I assume you're just working on playing more 14 stuff. Trying to clear those raids or get whatever materials you can. Yeah, hope your day's been well though. Let me just see where I'm supposed to go. Seems like this is the way. Anything down here? Hey, yo, Cosmic. Welcome to the stream. Just making my way through Ninja Gaiden 2 Black at the moment. I didn't plan to stream tonight initially, but after doing some Street Fighter 6, I figured I was just sort of in the mood to continue this game. So I figured why not. I didn't go to the gym today either, just because I did go yesterday during my day off and all. So I figured tonight would be a decent time to actually continue this game. Hope your day's been well though, Cosmic. Oh, you came back from the gym? Nice, nice. Hope you had a good workout. I went yesterday anyways, because I actually had yesterday off work. Not for a holiday or anything. I was driving to San Diego. I drove to San Diego on Sunday in the morning. Took like two and a half hours, I think. And then I drove back as well. So, I was fairly tired after it all. Which, I could have worked yesterday, but I just decided to use some sick time to have yesterday off work. just so I can chill and such. Yeah. One of my friends was having a bridal shower, so for the first time, I was sort of forced to go to San Diego for the one time. And I did skip a local for it, but there'll be more locals at least. Like, I could have gone to a hotel or stayed at a friend's place, but realistically, I was just thinking we could drive there and then drive back. Which I tried, and well, thankfully I went with my dad as well. Because well, on the drive back, I did start getting a little tired for how long it was in the day, so he ended up taking over for a bit after. Much. You remember driving to San Francisco and back? Dude, damn, San Francisco. Hmm. That's at least a four. That's still like a 5-4. Like, just because you're up north, I think that's like a 4-ish hour drive. From where I am, it would be like a 5-hour drive, or even 6. So yours could still be a 5-hour drive at the very least, still. Because, yeah, that's tiring driving from there to from where you are to San Francisco and back. Man, I do need to get used to it, especially if I want to go to like something like Evo or something in Vegas. Eventually. Anyways. Hmm. Ooh, I could use that. Anyways, how am I liking the game so far? It's been pretty fun, so I'll say. I guess if anything, I sort of wish I used it. I sort of wish I picked at least hard for this game, because this game is still fun, don't get me wrong, and there's still moments it's challenging. But in comparison, like, I'm hearing in comparison to like the original game, this game is basically it takes the code of Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma, the same one that's on the collection at the moment. That's part of the Master Collection for Ninja Gaiden. But it's a lot more, well, it's pretty bloody, well, it's fairly bloody in comparison to Sigma 2. Closer to what you might have known from the original game, but difficulty-wise, it's pretty similar to what you get from Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. Which is not a bad thing by any means, but it's not exactly like a remake of the original Ninja Gaiden 2. This is my first time. Just want to get used to a road trip or something. Oh yeah, for sure. And is this my first time with it? With playing this game specifically? Yes, with Ninja Gaiden 2 specifically. I was gonna play Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma, but when they announced this version, I figured I might as well give it a shot. I'm hearing like if you played on like very hard and then once you unlock Master Ninja, it is really challenging, but before I'm at, it's been sort of a straightforward action game so far. But it's still fun though. Much. Much. Okay. You never play these games, they look cool? They are pretty fun, all things considered. And not to mention for $40 for 3 games. that well. Like the first game I hear is still considered the best by many people, and after playing Raider's Edge again, the third game, and when I played through this, I'm starting to see why people consider the first game the best. I'm sort of leaning towards that direction. But all these games are fun at the end of the day. The one black sheep of this. The one black sheep of this series would be Ninja Gaiden 3 Rated Edge, but even then, that's still a fun game overall. It's way better than what they released before originally, though. So, but yeah, since you have the Master Collection to play, if you feel like it, it's worth a buy in my opinion, for the price tag for what you get. Whether you want to go out of your way to get this game, though, honestly, I don't feel like you really need to get Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Yeah, whether you feel like you should get Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I guess it's really up to what you want, because this game and what you get in the collection are essentially the same game. Just this game it looks a little prettier. Or it looks a lot prettier, I'll say. It doesn't really give me that feel of being a definitive edition. Like how the devs say it, but like I said, still a fun time. So I can't really complain myself personally. I also waited for this to go on sale too, but if you have like Game Pass, you could play it there instead. But for $50, I'm not sure if I can really recommend this. The game should be, to be honest, a fun time. Yep. I'm also interested in Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 as well, so I do plan to play that at some. That probably will be one of the games I get at launch. One of the few games I see myself getting at launch, actually, this year, alongside a few others. Hmm. How did I get that chest over there, though? But yeah, you could probably just, like, if you want to try this series, I think the best way for you to do it is currently the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, just so you have all 3 games. But I think a part of me sort of wishes I could experience their original games, but I would need an Xbox at that point, which I don't plan to get personally for reasons, but yeah. Okay, just hold on to that. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, more health. Oh yeah, and actually on another note, since I know you are playing, but did you start on Daybreak yet by any chance? Or are you still working your way through other stuff? But oh wait, no wait, you said you were playing Cold Steel 4 first, just so you get the plat trophy. Before you started Daybreak and such. At least that's what I remember the last time we were talking about it. Oh, ouch. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. It was like, I knew that another friend I know actually started on Daybreak 1 today, finally. And well, I'm not sure, well, he'll probably finish it before Trails Beyond the Horizon happens, but we'll see. In your case, no need to force yourself to rush things at the moment, you know, well, I guess at least Cold Steel 4, you're just skipping the cutscenes and getting through it on Nightmare. Pure Beyond the Horizon, but you don't think you'll be ready by release, but it's okay? Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's not something you want to force yourself to rush through it and such. Or else at that point, you're probably going to burn yourself out pretty easily, which I've already done that before and been there. Well, I think most of that really came from me trying to replay the series and such. Which, well, unfortunately, I didn't get the Plat Trophy for the games I tried to replay, even though I'm basically held back by finding the treasure chests and such. That's the main thing that's been keeping me from actually getting the Plat Trophy at the moment. Daybreak. Pog, we are talking. Yours is Dawn, because you stole that name from Trails. You aren't Daybreak. You, you and your people are the reason why Trails had to change their name from Dawn to Daybreak. I don't need to hear from you. Besides, haven't you been beating the patch enough, though? Oh shit. But yeah, all that said, in my case, I am grateful I didn't have to really rush the game, rush Daybreak. Well, make sure of not having to rush it, and that I was actually in the mood to play it. Because it would have been hard for me to justify it otherwise. Which, I did skip Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Which, don't worry, I still plan to play the game, play it at some point. I might actually do it on stream, if I can. But otherwise, I'm not in a crazy rush to get to it. Just because I've already played the Wii U game before. And hell, I still need to play the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC. Which I need to ask my brother for my copy back, but I'm not in a crazy rush to get to it. Interesting. Another game you guys play? Same. Which granted, I guess Xenoblade, I guess that's a game I'm really also just gonna need to be in the mood to play too. Which don't get me wrong, it's a good game, all things considered. It's just, I guess Xenoblade 3, when I played it, I also just wasn't really in the mood for it. Am I still planning to play to clear Obscure Expedition 33 on release? Well, I actually won't be playing it on release, that's because I pre-ordered the game, well, I pre-ordered on Amazon, but I actually don't have Amazon Prime. So, I'll probably get it around release, but I definitely won't be playing the day of release. And and like I said, it's mostly because I don't have Amazon Prime. I did have some Amazon gift card. I had some Amazon gift cards that, well, one I got from my job, and then another I pretty much won from a tournament. Which I pretty much used that to pre-order both Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and Lost Suicide. You won't be playing it for a bit. That's one of the few games I'm actually excited for this year that I did want to play around launch, which is why I chose to skip. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I actually skipped all the games from March because I knew I wasn't going to be able to start on Well, Xenoblade was the main one I would have wanted to get, but I would not have had time to have played through it after finishing Daybreak 2 and to finish before Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Which, yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I'm a little grateful I finished up Trails to Daybreak 2 when I did, because I probably wouldn't have, for just like playing other games, because otherwise I'd be burning myself out with too many games on, a lot of RPGs on stream. Trying to catch up on Trails, trying to be focused on that, sadly. Well, plus side, at least, as long as you can get yourself in the mood to play, as long as you can get yourself in the mood to play Daybreak, Daybreak as such, I think you'll be fine. I get you with that, though. With trying to catch up and such beforehand. Which, like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that I got into got back it. Well, not that I left Trails or anything. Yeah, I wasn't like done with trails or anything. I just wasn't as excited for it initially. Or I guess it was at a point where I was burnt out from zero and then add your back to back. I'll be more mindful about this. Oh yeah, for sure. Play like they're both great games. Granted, I did play through them back to back, as well as Cold Steel 1 through Cold Steel 3, which is it was all pretty much when COVID happened and lockdown was a thing. So since I had all that free time to pretty much play the Trail series at that point, I pretty much ended up doing that. Like the only game I wanted at that point was pretty much the only game I wanted to play through initially was pretty much Final Fantasy VII Remake. But my copy got delayed, so because of the GameStop I pre-ordered at locally had to close for COVID and such. So I didn't get my copy for a month. Or yeah, roughly a month. So during that time during that time, I was pretty much playing through the Trails games, Crossbell, and up to Cold Steel 3 at that point. Just like, and not to mention at that point, Smash tournaments weren't happening, offline events weren't happening in general. That was pretty much the one chance I had to really catch up on the series. Which, overall, I am glad I did it then, because I wouldn't have anything else to have done during COVID. Not to mention, like for my competitive side, this was pretty much before rollback became essentially the norm for fighting games. Which, I think at the time for me, Street Fighter V would have been the game I could have played, but it was still a side game for me. So I never really put in as much time to that then. And at that point, I also had other things to focus on too. Okay, I think I need a new weapon. Okay, I had to kill all those fishes. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I need to use these. much. Okay, I'll admit, normal might be a little too easy for me. I just wanted to play it safe, though, in case there was a huge difficulty, huge learning curve with this game, but doesn't seem like that's the case with this game so far. Sign my way up. Looks like it. Okay, never mind, I still need this. Oh well. Oh, Skull's over there. I wonder if I can get it. Oops. What's this emote you want to add, Puck? Okay, yeah, sure. I'll add this one too. I still have like 170 slots left, by the way, so I have pretty much room for any. I have room for a lot more beat 70 DB emotes if anyone wants any added. So now I'm thinking about it. I started wondering how 7TV got so popular, which I assume most of it is because of how many slots you can, how many emotes you can have with it. Because I remember it used to be like Franker Face and BTTB, but now it's a complete opposite with 7TB. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Oops. I messed up. Anyways, I guess just to give a rundown of the games I know that are releasing this year that I do want to play ASAP, it's not a whole lot, honestly, if I put it into perspective. Oh, I could have literally done it here. Oh well. But anyways, the games are pretty much Clear Obscure Expedition 33, Lost Soul Aside, Trails Beyond the Horizon, and Ninja Gaiden 4, and possibly Tides Annihilation. those are the games I have in mind that I would like to do ASAP, but I'm not gonna rush it. Chasm in the Sky remake, I would have done this year if it wasn't for the fact that Beyond the Horizon launches in the fall. For sometime after, I assume. Which I guess there's nothing I can really do about now. Just sort of unfortunate, because I was excited. I am excited for Trails in the Sky FC remake. But I did already play through Sky FC already. It seems to be really faithful to the original game's story, so I think it'll be fine that I don't do Sky FC remake ASAP. If anything, that'll be a 2026 game for me. Actually, I'm not sure. It could be a game I start 2026 with, but at the same time, I also don't really want to burn myself out with playing. Well, I don't think I think I would finish Trails Beyond the Horizon before the end of this year, but I don't want to do them both back to back, is what I'm saying. I guess Sky FC remake won't be as long, hopefully. Because like the original Sky remake was like 40-ish out 40, 50-ish hours. But yeah. Oh, I kept using it accidentally. Well. Hmm. Yeah. Who am I fighting? Ah, why do I have to fight you now? Look at that cannon is doing very minimal damage. Okay, that wasn't too bad either. So, at least I was able to use the weapon I'm comfortable with. Onwards we go. Oh. Hmm. Okay, I won't lie, this is the kind of weapon I could have been using in Razor's Edge. Or even Ninja Gaiden 1, but fairly to never, I guess. I'll use it here, because why not? Oh, cool. Save points. I guess on another note, I've actually been, so, I'm still waiting for Fire Force Season 2's, Season 3 stuff to start. And I finished Squid Game and Season 3 and other stuff already. I was gonna start on Solo Leveling Season 2, but it's almost done. Same with Daredevil, season, Born Again Season 1. So as much as I wanted to start on those, I actually started on Tower of Gods Season 2 instead. Which is something I was waiting for it to be done as well, and it is done now. So I figured why not. So I've pretty much been watching that, and I'm honestly not sure how to feel about it. Like, I'd say I do like the show so far. It just doesn't really stand out to me as like a must watch yet. But I'm hoping it gets good. And you're good, Cosmic. You're good. I'll go back
Finally,
though.
a worthy adversary has entered my castle.
What show I was talking about? I was talking about how I've been
Let it
watching Tower
salute.
of God
He shall
season
be
2,
given a most fitting welcome.
which I'm wondering why it's actually longer than season 1, being 26 eps. 24 episodes instead of just 12 or 13. It was something I did enjoy watching during the pandemic when it was airing. But overall, hmm, I guess season two, I feel like it started taking its time like making us familiar with the new characters before they give us the old characters and such. But for season three, oh, I actually haven't started on that yet either. I'm waiting for season two for it to be. I'm waiting for the dub to start before I get to that. Hmm. Oh, can I not jump down in here anymore? I really do want to start on it, but I remember I started on Fairy Tail's dub or Fairy Tail sub, the 100-year quest one, and then they ended up releasing the dub 2 weeks late behind it. So at that point, I was just thinking I might as well just wait for the dub and all that, which same sort of applies with. Same pretty much applies with Fire Force now at the moment. Like, the only thing I watch dub at the moment at this point is pretty much, or sub, is pretty much Spy Family. But that's specifically because of Anya. And it's not like I hate her English VA or anything like that. It's just for me personally, Anya's English dub doesn't really hit as hard compared to uh, or Anya's English VA. The English voice doesn't really hit as hard as the English sub. For me personally, I don't like I said, I don't think it's bad or anything. It just doesn't really hit for me. I think season 3 is confirmed. I'm not sure when that's happening for Spy Family. Behind everything. There was a movie that released, which isn't canon to Spy Family or anything, but it's a good time, I'd say. But don't worry, that's what I've been using this time to really watch other stuff instead. Or catch up. Not sure what's here, but I'll just keep going here. I go ahead and making you watch all of One Punch Man? Oof. I assume your girlfriend got into it recently and all that. Which I was also rewatching stuff as well, just because I wanted to watch them dub to see how it's like and such. Oh, One Piece, One Piece. I'm not sure why I saw One Punch Man. But yeah, One Piece, super long and all that. Okay, that's even more reason. And that's gonna take for essentially forever. Anyways. What was I saying about emotes again? I was just saying for the 7TTV emotes. I'm surprised 7TTV got so popular lately at some point. I'm not complaining, because I still have a lot of slots left, like 80-ish emotes slots left. I was in consideration of some emotes for myself, because I think I have like one not animated emote slot left. and a couple anime emote slot left. I'm just not sure what I would do with them. But anyway, yo, Cosmic. Thank you for the reset for 21 months. Damn. Almost 3 more. Oh, 3 more months for 2 years. Appreciate the support though, which, once again, it's never required, but it's always appreciated whenever that is. And now you got the emotes back as well. Now you can use them freely whenever. But for real though, I do appreciate the support, all things considered. Since, like I said, I don't do this full time or anything. It's just something I want to do to be a way to get myself to play through backlogs. And then just have them on stream, because why not? Damn, that's crazy, doesn't feel that long. I know, right? Time really does fly, to say the least. Which, like I said, like, streaming wasn't really something I was trying to make a career or anything. Even more so now that I'm competing in Street Fighter 6 and all. But it's still fun to stream time to time when I get the chance, and I'm in the mood for it. Which, I guess that was also something else I did feel when streaming before, and where I was also feeling burnout. When I was trying to stream the Cold Steel games, but then when I got to, after I finished 3, I was just sort of done with Trails for a bit. But I guess thankfully, like, sometime after I was trying to compete, or DNF Duel was coming out, and then obviously Street Fighter 6 and the rest of sort of history there. But yeah, back to One Piece though. I'm not trying to say it's a bad anime or anything. If anything, with how many people are into it and such, I wouldn't be surprised if it's something I would enjoy if I started. I just know once I start, I'm probably not gonna watch anything else for a good while. Which I guess if anything I can take breaks in between to while watching. Which is something I have been doing lately. Versus watching everything at once and such. Which there's no way in hell I'm catching up to One Piece within a year. And maybe I'll get started on it at some point. It's just there are so many other things I want to watch too that I know it'll take me even longer to get to them if I started on One Piece now. Okay, you were reading the manga, so you're even further ahead then. I just like seeing stuff animated personally, which is why I usually end up waiting for the anime. The last manga I actually... Okay, so... So I did actually, I was reading mangas for a bit. Not a whole lot. Yeah, even though the anime's too long. Yeah, I don't believe that should mostly anime less manga, unless I really can't wait to read manga. Oh yeah, that's sort of me, like, and that basically happened because of Shield Hero back then. Because, well, Shield Hero was the thing that pretty much got me hooked the most back then, to where I couldn't wait. And that's why I pretty much not only knew the stuff that was going to happen after, but also how they changed some stuff when the anime was aired, which season 1 I was pretty forgiving of. Season 2, definitely some things just looked awkward when they did change it. Yeah, Shield Hero was a light novel, which that's what my brother read. I pretty much went to the anime. Well, what I started with the anime, then I went to the manga before it was out. But then even then, the light novel is very different as well. Which I was going. Oh yeah, funny enough, I was trying to read the light novel when I was waiting for jury duty. But legitimately, the reception was ass, so I couldn't even start on it. So I ended up not doing so. I think if anything, the manga is probably what you would want, just because closer to the that's closer to the light novel. But the anime is still well. Season 1, despite the changes, it's still basically you're getting your money's worth from from watching it. Season 2 was where. So let me decide. Slash. I honestly have no idea what it is. I don't. I really don't remember what it was. I think I just searched it up online and I was able to find a whole list of it. But like I said, I actually never even got to reading it because reception at jury duty was ass. So I can't even start on it. I did read the manga though, just so I knew pretty much everything up till like the middle of season 2. That's why like when I was watching, I was just like, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about this. Like I still enjoyed Shield Hero season 2 overall. But something just felt off when I was watching it. So that's why I was a little hesitant with going into season 3, because well, at least with season 3, I had no idea what was going on or how they would do it. Manga better? How's it? Things make a little more sense if anything. I'm not sure if it's better. But these things flow at least better in comparison. I still enjoy watching the anime overall. It's just something felt off when I was watching it in comparison to what I read, which I didn't even finish reading what was going to be covered in season 2. I didn't know some things felt off. But season 3 though at least. Season 3 was sort of a slow burn to a degree. I liked it more than season 2 though. I'm cautiously optimistic for season 4 when that happens this summer, I think. Yeah, season 4 is gonna be starting this year, I think, in the summer. That's what I've heard, but I don't recall exactly. Let me try to chess. Might have to rewatch it? If you're able to. Okay. Hmm. Where are these weapons in the other Ninja Gaiden games? Is that when you watched dub? That was actually before I switched to dub, so pretty much the first time I watched it, I was watching a sub. The second time I rewatched it was still sub because I wasn't really converted into dub yet. So I watched season 1 and season 2 sub. Season 3, I considered rewatching them dub, but then part of me also realized these are pretty much fresh in my mind. I didn't really want to go through it again. Especially season 1's first episode, because that would have been a slog if I had to go through it again. So I ended up just starting on season 3 dub. Oh yeah, I think you did tell me. You and a lot of others. We also share the same sentiment. Dubbed, even though like on one hand, like dubs come out or subs come out faster and all that. The plus side though with dubs is like being able to watch dub and just focus on listening has actually been a like I get what you mean though, because like I mean like on one hand with subs, like you pretty much have to pay attention throughout. You pretty much have to pay attention to everything, and then like if you miss something once, then you pretty much have to go and rewind just to go back and see what context you missed out on, just to like fully understand something. Meanwhile, if you're trying to multitask and such, meanwhile, dub, you can literally just listen to it and say like, unless like, if you're rewinding, you're probably just rewinding to see, look back at some like action sequences or seeing how the characters react and such during dialogue. But otherwise, you can pretty much just listen to it. Yeah, you can literally just listen to what's going on versus having to watch every single part of it. Yeah, it's just easier, like just so, like when you're multitasking. Hmm. Actually, let me try these weapons. And I've also done it while grinding stuff as well. Like grinding like in RPGs and such. Or I'm doing something else that needs my attention. I'm not sure what weapon it is. It's some kind of cannon of sorts. Well, I used it against the last boss. Well, one of the last bosses, but I'm usually just fighting up close. Hey, anyway, are Ninja Gaiden games long? Hmm, it's more like they're replayable. Average length, they're like 10-ish hours, I think. Oh, shoot. But yeah, all things considered, it's really convenient with the dubs when watching anime. But with that movement, just ninja stuff is all. Just ninja stuff. Oh wait, I think I know. There we go. Which I guess that also helped with when most of the English VAs for the anime characters, there's a fair chance I've already heard them somewhere before in any games I've played. Since I played them dubbed, generally speaking. So hearing them in an anime made me at least confident that I know who's doing these characters as such. Which, I guess Zandy was pretty much one of the first ones. Zandy Huen, the same character that voiced Altina and Jessica Steel and such. Some of us are pretty cool though, I won't lie. Totally not because Lloyd Banning's used. Totally because Lloyd Banning's used Tompas for his weapons. Anyways, new emote? Okay, sure, might as well. Since I will be revisiting this game a few. Well, I will be getting to Ninja Gaiden 4 later this year too. But yeah, Zanny Win, aside from the games she's played and the characters she voices for me, she played Takina in Licorice Recoil, which that was my favorite. Licorice Recoil was my favorite anime from 2022. And hearing
Most
her,
impressive.
her in English
That
was
one
also pretty
hero
cool.
like you made it this far is worthy of
Today to make up past
praise.
streams. For sure, Pac, for sure.
I have prepared a venue befitting a duel to the death.
Licorice Recoil
Not here.
basically involves A cafe they own while running some business. And
Come,
being like,
we will fight
it's a
for
mixture of like
civil
slice of
war
life and secret
without
agent
skill.
stuff to a degree. Involves two girls, Chisato and Takina. Much. Okay, I am sorry, gonna need to do that. Oh yeah, funny coincidence. Chisato's English VA actually voices Lapis in Trails into Reverie too, so that was one of the things that helped me get familiar with her VA wise. Alongside a few other animes where once I rewatched some stuff dubbed, I pretty much heard her voice throughout and such. Yeah, Lakers Recoil was pretty much the start of it. And then Sword Art Online was pretty much another one because, well, it was just before SAO Progressive Scares Out the Deep Night released in theaters. And then I just felt like, and then another friend brought that movie up to me, and then I did see the first movie was on Crunchyroll. And I'll admit, this was sort of a funny accident, so this was around the time Crunchyroll updated their website on how to watch dubs and subs, which I didn't know at the time, but part of me did want to check out SAO dubbed. And I couldn't figure out how to switch to sub anyways on Crunchyroll, so I was like, I might as well watch this dubbed. And that was pretty much what got me. I was actually surprised at how not only how much I enjoyed SAO Progressive, but also the dub. So that actually got me to watch SAO Scares Out of the Deep Nights dubbed in theaters. And then I rewatched the rest of SAO dubbed that was on Crunchyroll too. And yeah, the rest was history with everything else I started watching dubbed instead of subbed.
Behold! Observe closely this human. Do not be deceived by his delicate appearance. He is a proven warrior.
What's going on here?
Do you wish his blood spilled?
Of course.
Who do you wish to see destroy him? Yes, Wolf, invincible ruler of storms. He shall be given an honorable death.
I'll see about that. Oh shit. I sort of need this. Oh shoot. He's dead. Yeah, like I said, I think playing this on I should have played this on at least hard if I wanted to have a challenge. But it's whatever at this point. To be safe. This is normal difficulty. Hey, got backup finally. Witnessing a massacre? Yep. We were at Guild Leader anyways. Oh well. Anyways. Wait, let me look at something real quick. Hmm. Okay, anyway. Study of the fallen gods. Regalia restored by reused efforts is shattered by the reappearance of the archery and the underworld. People of Demon Hunter descend amidst the skyscrapers. Oh, Demon Hunter. Her way to the endless horror, she attempts to restore peace and order once again. I think I know who I'm playing as here. But there's a Demon Hunter involved.
Where is my sworn enemy? Where is the dragon ninja?
It won't be him here. There, Rachel. I didn't really enjoy playing as her in Ninja Gaiden 1, I'll admit, but maybe this game will change things.
This is going nowhere. Ryu never would have left a fiend behind. It's like they're swarming up out of the depths. What was that? Something's out there.
It's basically, she's not agile as Momiji or Ryu, but... Oh, now she can wall run, okay. Because in the first game, I'm pretty sure she couldn't. There we go. Hey! Well, this lady has a machine gun of some sorts. Okay. Let's have to look around and make sure I'm not missing anything. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really enjoying Rachel as much as I did with Momiji, but I can make do with this, I guess. At least since these levels usually aren't long anyways. Pretty OP, I won't lie. Going over them and then being able to do that is pretty crazy in my opinion. But I ain't complaining. Anyways, I guess I'll do this and maybe one more chapter. Possibly. Not too sure, honestly. Cause like I said, I don't want to do like crazy long sessions of this game. I wouldn't want to commit to them unless I know I have time to stream and such, which, since I do have to work tomorrow and all that, won't be going for too long tonight, but I wouldn't mind hitting at least a 2-hour mark beforehand. Okay, that is pretty OP. That's if anyone else attacks. Okay. Okay, I think we reached the top. Anyways. Oh, did I keep going up? Just in case. I completely missed. Okay. Yeah, just as I went to get a sip of water. Okay. Well, time to go the long way around. We should be fine here. Ouch. Hmm. Okay, who's up here? Definitely a boss fight happening.
You have fiend blood in your veins. Are you searching for the dragon ninja as well?
Maybe I am.
Somehow, I suspect we have different reasons for seeking him out.
It doesn't matter. You'll never find him. Now go back to the underworld where you belong.
A fragile little doll, trying to take on a greater fiend. Very well.
How long will
Show
this
me
take?
what you can do.
Oh, it can be up everyone else here, though. Okay, took out one. Ouch, ouch. Ouch. Okay, I wouldn't say this fight is hard. Just really annoying. Really annoying. To how slow I am as Rachel. Ouch. What? I swore I sidestepped that. Okay, that was a little anticlimactic, but we did it. I took one of his horns. I can call here? Okay, for sure, Kozik, for sure. It is around that time where we go to bed and all that. Rip that demon, though. But anyways, I appreciate you stopping by while you can, Cosmic. Once again, thanks for the resub, and just being here to chill.
Night has lifted. Dawn has come.
And I'll, you know, hope you have a good night, and I'll catch you next time whenever that is, but till then, have a good one, Cosmic. Before I continue, I just want to see how many chapters there are in this game. Okay, 17 chapters. Okay, that's a lot for me to do. Yeah, we'll continue then for one more chapter at least. So 17 chapters, and we're on chapter 9 now. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Associated sorts. Yo, Harry, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. This is just something I started to do on my own. Just to, aside from chilling from Street Fighter and all that, I also just want to catch up on games that I've been on my backlog for a bit. Main thing, main reason why I stream. How's it going, though, Harry? Hope your day's been well. You get me? A little tired from work, catching up on today and all that since I missed yesterday, but mostly been chilling though.
I'm bringing us in.
Just currently making progress on Ninja Gaiden 2 Black at the moment. Okay, I see where this is going. I think I have this weapon. Or else this would be a lot harder to deal with. She'll be fine, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure she lives that somehow. Yeah, what's a apologize? You wanna get this game soon? I got it 'cause it's on sale somewhat recently. For like $40-ish. But you could probably wait for a deal later in the year. If you're not in a rush and all. Hope your day's been well though, Holoshy. Okay, I just need to move away before they explode. Wanted to see if there's some kind of execution thing I could do with them. From where Steam? It was on PlayStation. But it was probably on Steam too. And such. And I guess... Actually, I want to use these weapons more. So let's upgrade this. But yeah, just trying to relax myself from not just playing Street Fighter 6, even though I am going to be playing that a lot. Preparing for Evo and all that. Which, I mean, I am going to be grinding Street Fighter 6 regardless, considering I did sign up for Evo and all. But I still plan to go. Yeah, I don't have any plans to back out. I just want to take the time to enjoy other things before before I really, really have to commit to the grind for Street Fighter. Anyways, new job's been making you work very late at hours, so I sort of figured, considering I did recall you mentioned in one of your last streams you got a new job and such. Which, out of curiosity, what are you doing for your new job? If you don't mind me asking. Because you're like a barista before, right? For a good while. Okay, so still along the lines. Which, I mean, at least you are making the money though. I hope. Starbucks, but more fancy version. Okay, so I assume it's like, is it like more of a local thing, or is it still part of some chain I'm not sure of? Which, you don't need to say the name or anything. I hope the job has been like, hopefully it comes with other benefits like better pay, and hopefully other benefits in general. To make it worthwhile and such. Since you were at work at Starbucks before, right? Yeah, it was. It was alright. Okay, so assume this is like, even though it's the same line of work, something that's a little more worthwhile to work in compared to where you were before. Hey, treasure chests. Now you get the PS5 if you want. Are you sure you need a PS5? Well, I guess granted, like if you go to stuff, PS5 is the most common console for tournaments and offer fighting game events. Play Astral Peak? You never know. It'll probably come to PC at some point. Maybe not anytime soon, but it probably will. I promise you, you don't, well, I guess unless if you can find a PS5 on sale at some point, it might be worthwhile. But legit, you probably won't need it. Bro, we're like in a fighting game apocalypse at the moment. But at least with Street Fighter 6, that game's still fun to play. Tekken 8, they speak for themselves. And Save the Wolves, I actually didn't really get to play the second beta, just because I was more focused on other things. I'm also not, well, I don't mind guest characters myself personally.
The control room has been attacked. Now switching all flight systems to autopilot. We've got to get our flight profile stabilized. Control switched.
But
Aircraft is under automatic control.
I definitely would prefer other characters in comparison to who we got, the guest characters we got.
On course.
Xena drops never get old with this character. Cool. I pretend you didn't play Batman Arkham Knight. Oh, have you played through the other Arkham games before? I assume you have. I played it a while ago when I got on PS Plus. I still prefer Arkham City in comparison to all the other games we got. Arkham Knight's still a fun time though. Arkham City was ahead of its time to say the least. For how good it was. Just a shame that after Arkham Knights, they pretty much went towards, well, maybe they were just forced to make a live service game with Suicide Squad. Unfortunately. And we know how that game turned out. I haven't meaning to actually replay. See, they're not holding back anymore, weapon-wise. Wait, 2 intruders? Who's the other one? Oh, are you talking about her, Irina? But yeah, in this case, just trying to get through some of the shorter games on my list. Because I don't want to start anything too long yet. I'm very much waiting until the end of the month to start on something like that. But even then, the RPG I'm waiting for, shouldn't be too long of a game either. Which actually works for me just because Street Fighter 6 and all that is going to take priority to grind. Why would you tell them your team's ass? Well, let's take care of this, I guess. Eva. Eva Eunice too. Hawk. Or Hollow Shy. You are beyond saving. If you bought that game. Willingly. Freaking anime players. Was it because you were streaming Melt Blood recently? Which, I believe you were streaming that game. $30. More fun than Street Fighter 5, 6. Now that's cash to say the least with how much shit there is to worry about in that game. There's no way you're having more fun with that game than Street Fighter 6. Which granted, I guess it is up your alley, because you do play the Discord fighters anyways. In the grand scheme of things. Pure skill? Sure. Okay. Okay. So what awaits us here? But like I said, this is probably going to be the last thing I do on stream tonight. Just don't want to stream for too long and all that. Anyways. Oh yes, yeah, but you haven't even played it? I've played enough anime fighters to know they aren't worth playing in the grand scheme of things. When Street Fighter 6 is around, there's really no need to play anime fighters. I'd rather play Street Fighter 5 than anime fighters, honestly.
Lost engines on one side, but profile remains normal. We are still in code red. Secure the starboard reactor. Get the hostiles out of the secure hold and protect the
Plus, I love using the drop move. But who's here? Oh, Irina. Hey, you're still kicking, though.
Be careful with that. We don't want to bring her down quite yet.
Trust me. Someone kill that damn ninja!
Calm yourself, Elizabeth. I will handle this.
We'll see. Okay. Onwards we go. But anyways, on another note, I guess this game, I'm actually probably going to beat it during the weekend, most likely. Worst case, I might need one day of next week to do so. Worst case. But that doesn't seem likely. Considering how I've sort of been flying through these chapters. But it's fine for me, because like I said, I don't care if this game is crazy long or anything. I just want to have a good time. Which I'm definitely getting with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I'm not a real gamer unless I play this on max difficulty. Well, obviously, I'm a Street Fighter player. I just stream on the side to make it through backlogs.
How many times will you stand in our way?
I might as well, wherever you are. There you go. If we don't finish this tonight, well, I guess we don't kill him tonight. He'll live, and we'll fight him again later.
We made it.
Ryu, we're going down!
So how do we survive this?
Head down!
Okay, I need to know what the hell we do with this. Oh, we were luckily close to the ground as we got out. I'll rip the bike though. Rip the bike. Well, what the hell is that? A turtle? Oh boy. This isn't all, is it? It was. Can't we animate the whole game based off a dead or alive character? I know, right?
Sonya.
I'm okay.
Oh well. And that's it for chapter 9. Which, man, we are sort of flying through this game, to say the least. There's not cars like, oh, greater fiends than the Donnas has awakened. Like I said, I think I'm gonna call it a stream soon. I'll just go to the next save point.
Impudent apes! How your hubris has grown in the few short millennia we have been away.
Anyways, a new fiend to take on.
Have you forgotten the era when only the mercy of the Archfiend kept your lowly species
This isn't gonna do anything. Typical.
Repent! You are in the presence of a greater fiend! I am Sidonius, ruler of flame!
All those people. This game is something, though, to say the least. Not in a bad way, just something. Well, I guess I might as well max this. I don't really need those yet, honestly. Like I said though, looking for a save point first before I call the stream. Okay. Man, it would be cool to see if Dead Alive could come back. But your chances are pretty low considering what happened with how at least one of the important people for Tekken, before they're alive, is involved with Tekken 8 at the moment. Unfortunately. And then Tekken 8 is going through it, to say the least. That's just me. I would say it was the most fun I had playing a 3D fighting game of what I've played so far. There we go. Just gotta take out someone else, I think. There we go. Does need a save point, I'll call it the stream. Which shouldn't take too long. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's our save point. And that is where I'm gonna call it. Actually, I'm wondering. Okay, can't change the difficulty in game, but that's fine. But yeah, done with Ninja Gaiden 2 well, done with Ninja Gaiden 2 for the night. Well, made very good progress. Went from chapter 6 or 7 to now 10. Crazy thing is, like, we're basically halfway through the game at the moment. I basically got like 2 more streams left with this. Unless I do one really long stream for it at the end, but I'm just gonna split into 2 streams just to be safe. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. All in all, it's been a good time. Not exactly my favorite game at the moment, but at the same time, it's also probably because I'm on regular difficulty. But yeah. Anyways, no stream for the rest of the week most likely, unless I stream on Thursday. But that also depends on how tired I am after the work in the gym. But we shall see. But regardless though, for everyone that stopped by, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. So then, take care everyone, and have a good rest of your night.